Hello, this is Weekly Insights with me, Dorothy Attema. Have you been having anger issues lately? This week, we are going to be looking at how to put our anger in check. Welcome. Welcome back. Anger is an internal reaction that is perceived to have an external cause. Most angry people blame their reactions on a person, an event, or a perceived injustice. Rarely do they realize or recognize that they are angry because of their own underlying primary emotions. This is because anger is only a secondary emotion. It is actually described as an intense emotion of displeasure that is caused by underlying primary emotions. These primary emotions are like fear, hurt, worry, anxiousness, or loss, sadness from loss, hurt, rejection, discomfort, discouragement, disappointment, and so on. Almost always we feel something else first before we get angry. And then subconsciously we resort to anger to protect ourselves or to cover up underlying vulnerable emotions. That is why we need to put anger in check, because anger can be problematic to our personal relationships at work, and even to our health. And I'm going to share with us two or three tools that I use to put my anger in check, and I hope it will help you. The first one is acknowledge the anger. Like anything else, you cannot deal with something that you don't acknowledge. You have to acknowledge that you're feeling angry, and maybe try to understand what are the underlying emotions that are causing your anger. And then you have to come to an agreement in yourself and an understanding that it is important to put your anger in check, because it can become destructive. The second tool I'm going to give you is think before you speak. At the heat of the anger, take time out. When you're calmer, you might feel better prepared, and you can then express your frustration in an assertive way, but non-confrontational. Use statements like I, and avoid blaming or criticizing, which only increases tensions. For example, if after a meal you're feeling frustrated because your spouse or your partner did not help you with the dishes, instead of saying you never do housework, that is blaming. You say, I am upset because you did not offer to help with the dishes. The day I learned about I statements in marriage counseling I attended with my husband, it was the salvation of our marriage, because so long as it is an I statement, the other person can hear you. The third and the most important tool is set your will to forgive. Forgiveness is the most important and powerful tool to let go of anger. And if you find it very difficult to forgive, it's okay to ask God, who is a higher power than you, to help you with forgiving and to help you with the anger feelings. If you do not deal with your anger and you allow it to crowd out together with other negative emotions, to crowd out the positive feelings that you have, you might as well find yourself swallowed up in your own bitterness and sense of injustice. Forgiving, we forgive for ourselves. You forgive for yourself to be free from anger, from revenge, from depression. You free yourself when you forgive. It is not for the other person. Things that I would like you to remember about anger. Anger is a secondary emotion, which is caused by underlying primary, is a reaction to primary emotions. And you have a right to be angry. Everyone has a right to be angry, but it is important to put your anger in check. In fact, the Bible says, do not let the sun go down in your anger. It does not say do not get angry. Angry can also be positive, but it helps us and it cautions us about how long we let the anger linger on in us. Don't forget, at the heat of anger is actually like a drug. You will not have rational or logical thinking. It is like a drug and it needs to be put in check. I hope the few tools I've given you will help you, or there will be a start for you to look for more resources, depending on your needs, what can help you to manage your anger or to put your anger in check. Don't allow it to destroy your relationships and to take care and to take over your life and your health. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button to show that you liked it. Don't forget to hit on to click on the subscribe button and hit on the notification button so that you get to be the first to know when we have a new release of the weekly insights.